You guys asked for more tutorials in Shinobi Striker, and I like to give you guys what you want. So today I'm going to teach you my advanced movement technique so you can be a Shinobi Striker pro. A lot of you guys run like this, and we call that the bot walk. We want to turn that into something special so you can do this instead of this. Let's get into it.
I might act cool. I lost gang members, I can't act cool. I got gang scriptures in my tattoos. I was running from the police in my trap shoes. Posted trying to flip 100, I come back full.
Alright guys, I'm also going to link some other advanced movement tutorials down in the description from other creators that might know a little bit more than me, but I want you guys to see how you firstly jump as a regular CAC without knowing the movement. You always put your hand on the ground and go into like an evil villain stance. On Xbox it's A, on PlayStation it is X. So all you have to do is jump and your trigger button, jump and your trigger button, jump and your trigger button. You'll do a quick jump that allows you to not put your hand on the ground, which allows you to go a little bit faster, and that is what we call a jump cancel. I've trained a few people on their movement, and this is what I always do. You start at the wooden gate, and now you use your analog stick and just move it forward, and you're practicing that X jump, or A jump, and you keep going around this circle, go in between the tree and the wall, and try to do a full lap by just jumping in place and not putting your hand down. If you mess up and throw a wire kuna, you give us one more lap, but again, it's just X jump, or jump, chakra jump, chakra jump. And chakra jump is what I'm talking about, is that little trigger if you've ever played Call of Duty, whatever you're shooting with. The double jump or the front flip is simply pushing X or A twice and then using your trigger, which is RB or R2 depending on your controller. Now we can put a little movement in it and put our controller forward. Now I like to flick that right stick a little bit, kind of keep it moving, but I definitely hit that double X or double A when I'm doing my movement. Now if you do mess up like that, you have to do another lap. Practice makes perfect when you're doing movement because it wants to be muscle memory, because once you get into an actual game, you'll go back to your old ways, kind of like when you play basketball and you practice a shot. That's not even the best movement. Now we're going to utilize our left trigger. So for an Xbox user, it's LT. For us, it's an L2. Now we're going to be using L2 R2X or LT RTA. And you're just going to keep doing that. So basically you're bouncing off of one foot and you don't want the other one to touch the ground, and you're not even using your hands even close to the ground. But if you do mess up, you'll do this, and that's just holding the buttons way too long. So if you're holding LT a little bit too long, that's what's going to happen to you. If you keep it moving, you'll understand it becomes muscle memory and you're good to go. But if you hold the triggers down, this is what happens. So don't do that. It's okay to mix up the front flips and the L2 R2X. It's okay, I promise you. Now if it comes muscle memory, you can even do the movement in the Shisui Ultimate. The next thing I want to teach you guys is how to climb walls super quickly. Now this is utilizing that L2 R2X or LT RTA, and all you're doing is pushing your analog stick against the wall and using those triggers with the X. Now you can climb up walls as well using your R2 and your X, or RT and A, and you can climb up walls so much quicker so you don't have to bot run up the wall. I get this one question a lot, is how do you do that glide glitching, or a lot of people refer to it as walking on the air. So pretty much all you're going to have to do is focus your player and scoot up against the edge of something, hit your trigger, and then go off the wall. Now there's a pretty advanced way to do this. I'm gonna link the person who kind of discovered this down in the description if you're a little bit smarter than me. This is basically the how to glide glitch for dummies. So this is exactly what I'm pushing and where I'm hitting the trigger button at. Here's one way to think about this. You are reversing your direction of your chakra, so it'll go one way instead of the other. So as you're about to go over the ledge, you hit your trigger button, which is also your chakra jump. So that way it'll reflect off of that ledge and makes it go flying. Guys, I'm giving you these tips and tricks because it's your time to collect the torch and carry it for the next wave of Shinobi Striker players.